Hey peeps, this is Fernando, aka Frodo. Welcome to my closet. Um, so yeah, most of you know what went down, what took place a couple days ago with Charlie Kirk being unalive, assassinated. I just I couldn't believe it. I couldn't post anything. I was just like, man, this is this is bad. And I thought, you know, I thought it was one of those like hoax. And until I started looking into it, and it became apparent that it was real. So um, I mean that was the longest half a day of my life finding out something like that. I don't know Charlie Kirk personally, but I've had some time to we used to go to that the one in Chicago, the AM 560. They used to do that to do the Freedom Summit, and I actually met Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens in Lake Geneva. We got to chat with them for a couple minutes, took photos, and really nice guy. And and then now, I mean, he's so young. He's 31 years old. Kids, he has two kids that's under 5 years old. They're just babies, man. They're gonna grow up without a father. But here's what I think. There's a lot of smoke and a lot of commotion going on. People are saying that we have too much gun. People saying that we have the politics getting out of hand. That we got to tone it down. All kind of stuff. People celebrating on the left. Hideous and demonic people. How could you celebrate someone that went through that? Memes all over the place. Um, it's just it was just too much to take in, you know. So now we at the well, they caught the guy. So finally, they caught the guy. He's the guy's a 22-year old. You look from Utah. Um, so apparently his dad turned him in. His family is actually a Republican, Second Amendment supporters and all of that. Now the left, the Democrats are blaming. Well, they're saying that look, another Republican gun-toting, Bible-clinching, shooter again, without even looking into how this guy became so radicalized that he thought that it's okay to unalive somebody, you know. And there was a report that he's actually, I mean, he was raised as a Republican conservative, you know, but he's being, he went to college in Utah, and that's when the indoctrination is all those brainwashing by the professors and their faculties and all of that, calling, Charlie Kirk fascist and all of that. So in his mind, so I don't think he's very smart. That's what they said, because it's like they had him, they showed his SAT score in college and everything like that. That's very smart. So, but he doesn't have that capacity to think that what is going to be the consequence. When you are being brainwashed by your professors, and sadly enough, though, that happens to all the majority of the kids. Even my kids are brainwashed by these influencers and things on Facebook and TikTok and all of that, So, parenting, it's not easy. You can only wish them the best. But now all the speculation and all that stuff that there was they found a casing or something like that. It has like engraved writings on them, but they're trying to hide that or something like that. I don't know which one, if it's true or not. Regardless, I don't think that has anything to do with it. The reason why is because the guy's not even trans. He's not a transgender. He's just manipulated, or he was they were manipulating him to do that. I don't think they told him. I wish maybe I don't know. I don't think that professors and all that, because they said he was also a member of Discord. He goes into Discord with the Antifas and all of that. So I will leave it to you guys, because we're gonna go into the weekend, and I'm not gonna be able to post videos. But thoughts and prayers exactly goes to his immediate family. The wife and kids, mom and dad, brothers, and all those. Do you imagine Charlie Kirk's relative going through? And it's a sad thing. Like I said, mixed emotions, a lot of speculations out there. People saying, "Oh, it's the end of the world now. Look at it." But the fact of the matter is, the left has turned this guy into another, or the next Martin Luther King, Jr. There's going to be a movement, and I know some people are scared. I heard Tim Pool that he canceled his all his appearances on whatever. I don't know if he was going to do a debate or discussions or something like that, but he said he canceled it. Well, he was told by his security details or something like that they would do that. I don't know if they reinstated it. I don't know if he's going to go back. But the left and the terrorists want you to back down. That's my take on that. Ben Shapiro saying that we will pick up the bloody microphone, what Charlie Kirk has left us. And that's a spirit that we should have. We should not be afraid. We should not be afraid. So it's all those lunatics like this guy, and this is one of the things I've always said. Just like when President Trump got shot, the guy was on the roof. If you have a high level person that you need to protect, why are you not protecting the sky? Why are you not sending a drone out there and just leave him out there like a blimp or something? You know what I mean? Get a blimp out there and get this eye in the sky and looking down on all of those rooftops. And get a canine. Get a canine. That's what I told. I commented one of the Team Pool's video, and I said, get yourself a canine. I'm pretty sure he's making a lot of money to be able to afford that. And then get some couple drones operating those drones. Looking at them on the top and see who's walking around on the rooftop. This guy that killed Charlie Kirk, he was able to walk unseen, undetected, on the top of the roof, on the rooftop. So that's what I have to say about that. So I'm watching this video. Saying that the liberal hive mind, if you go into this his YouTube channel, you should be able to see the video, that he's saying that they're already lying about Charlie Kirk shooter. So I don't know what he's talking. Maybe he's talking about that engraved bullets casings. Let's see.
You can already see the spin machine going into complete overdrive, every leftist account, all over social media scrambling to pretend that this kid wasn't one of theirs. He wasn't part of their culture. He wasn't radicalized by their rhetoric. But the facts are now in, and the facts are undeniable. He belongs squarely to them, and specifically to the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez wing of the party.
Yeah, so that's a fact. The shooter was, born into a Republican family. That's what, according to the report. I don't know if they voted, whatever. But And the Democrats and the left knows are pushing this narrative that those are the guy, the shooter is a Republican, the guy shooter is a conservative, the guy shooter is the Second Amendment, pro Second Amendment. That belongs to you guys. That's your crazy. That's your nut case.
Let me show you guys all the facts here so we can counter all the BS coming from the left-wing propaganda machine.
Yeah.
We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so let's first start off with the bullets. They're all circulating this one blurry photo of a bullet casing with a manufacturer engraving of TRN, claiming there's nothing political here. There was no left-wing propaganda engraved on his bullets. Right-wingers are just stupid and misrepresented TRN as trans. They're claiming to debunk or, definitely trying to distract from the engraved casing element of this story. But of course, once again, they are wrong. The FBI themselves has confirmed during a press conference that yes, the bullets were in fact engraved. And yes, they carried anti-fascist messaging
that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices bulges, capital OWO, what's this question mark?" Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow, and...
See, this is what if you have to go look into what was he thinking, the shooter? What was he thinking? What led him to do this, right? So he's probably thinking he's on a mission. He's probably thinking that the fascists, which to them, according to them, the likes of Charlie Kirk, need to be stopped. And he's doing this as a mission. You know what I mean? So this is why it's really dangerous when you're in an echo chamber, is what they call. So they probably rooting for him. Well, they are. So, and this is becoming, just being out and open now that this guy is no conservative. This guy is no Republican. Democrats? I don't know. I know that they said they never voted for it, but again, the people that he hung around with, the university, the professors, faculty members, people that he hangs around with, I don't think they voted for Trump.
Symbol and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
So some of the rhetoric that was engraved on the bullet casing is being traced back to old Italian anti-fascist slogans from the Mussolini days. And so nothing here has been debunked. No, it's a confirmation this kid was Antifa. It's really not rocket science. If the guy shot Charlie Kirk and then had anti-fascist messaging engraved in the casing, then just put 2 and 2 together. Now, the other engravings is where things get a little bit muddy, and the left is suggesting, well, actually, he was a right-wing troll because one of the casings had written, "If you read this, you are gay." There was another one where, quote, "notices bulges," and "oh, whoa, what's this" written on it. They're suggesting that actually he's making fun of trans people, but that's not the case at all. No. These are obviously memes. They're transgender memes. I've been in right-wing circles forever. I've never seen any right-winger posting memes about noticing bulges and trans people. This guy was obviously part of some online Discord terror cell where he was engaging in trans and femboy memes. And obviously those were the trans engravings on the casings, not the TRN, which was manufacturer stamped in the back of the casing. The idea that now invalidates the theory that this guy was a left-winger clearly makes no sense at all. In terms of what's relevant to the actual motive, I don't think the trans memes or the "you are gay" shitpost indicate anything. No, I'd say the fact that his family is telling us that he thought Charlie Kirk was spreading hate is very clear to indicate the motive, as well as "hey fascist" or "fascist catch," whatever was written. This guy was clearly an anti-right radical. And one more thing that...
And then actually the report that, they had that he had an argument with his parents about, Charlie Kirk and the whole, politics in general. So the guy's literally got yanked out of that belief that, that the conservative believe. The guy was brainwashed.
That I'd like to clarify here, I'm seeing a lot of people posting a photo of a young man with a Salt Lake City DSA, Democrat Socialist of America t-shirt. I looked into it, and it turns out that that's actually a completely different individual who's part of a local chapter. He's some sort of social activist within the Utah University
I wonder who
scene.
that is.
That is, in fact, from what I understand, not the shooter. So people who are posting that photo online suggesting that that's a confirmed link to the DSA, well, we can't go there just yet. But I could pretty much guarantee you that a whole lot of information is going to continue to dump here.
Yeah.
The FBI is most likely going to get all this guy's Discord messages and everything else. I can't say definitively that he was...
Oh, yeah. The professors, the people involved in that, the people that in that Discord, the people that, basically maybe inciting anything that led to him shooting or, doing that to Charlie Kirk, they probably shaking their boots. They're probably shaking their boots. That's right. They should be. They should be. Because that's going to come down hard. President Trump's going to come down hammer on that hard on those people. Hard. But anyway, I don't want to keep rambling over here. So that's what went down. And you heard my opinion. If you like Charlie Kirk and you're outspoken, and all of a sudden, you kind of, I don't know if I want to do this. Do not let those terrorists scare you. Just keep doing what you're speak the truth. Speak the truth. Let them out of there. What that truth, that's, you know who's Charlie. We know what he believes. You know what he stands for. So that's it. That's it for now. And you guys have a good weekend.